Yeah, the scripture say we know how to go out and teach the nations who there is and all these things. Because it say what? And shall go out to deceive the nations, so all nations, but mainly Jacob's sons. Because he know Jacob's sons, which is the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, had that power to bring yours down by calling on we God. So he taught us what? He taught us Jesus Christ and Jah and Selassie and fucking Jehovah and Yahweh and Ahaya and Yeshaya and Christ and that God love everybody and all of that bullshit, and God is white and the angels white, and this is what he did. And this is all the this watch. This is why today you have 4,200 different religions in the earth. Because he did that. He's that devil who went out, who gone out and deceived all nations. You understand? Which are in the four quarters of the earth. Gog and Magog to gather them to the battle of the number of humans as the sand of the sea, which going into World War III. You understand? But it say, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth. And the so-called white man accomplish it. You understand? But this is the times we're heading into right now, where it say, Micah 5 and 11, and I will cut off the cities of thy land, and throw down all thy strongholds. Which is America. He go and do that. He go and cut off all the cities of the land, which is like what? It had Denver, Chicago, New York, Washington DC, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, all the 52 cities of thy land, throw down all thy strongholds, and I will cut out witchcraft from out of thine hand, which is the so-called white man. Because what witch does do? A witch or a warlock will use divination to do what? To deceive people too. Understand? And that is what he did. That is what the so-called white man did. That is the witchcraft he have. And I will cut out of witchcraft out of thy hand, and thou shalt have no more soothsayers. Thy graven images also will I cut off, and thy standing images out of the midst of thee, and thou shalt no more worship the work of thine hands. You understand? And I will pluck up thy groves out of the midst of thee, so will I destroy thy cities, and I will execute vengeance and anger and fury upon the heathen, such as they have not heard. But the Most High saying what? He going to destroy all these things. He say he going to cut off the images. So the times we coming into is where he going to have one power ruling the face of the earth, and deception going to come to an end. Because this so-called white man had to go down. The so-called white man have to go down. Well, what's this? It's the transatlantic slave trade, because they like to say these damn Rastafarians and them with the stupid doctrine what I have. Like to say they like to say that what Selassie we there's Ethiopians, right? We are Ethiopian, I are Ethiopian and Jah and all of that madness. The scripture never declare none of we on this western side Ethiopians. One and two, history never declare that. Because watch where they was taking slaves from. You understand? What these is slave trade map. It said between 1650 and 1860, which is around 300 years. Yeah, around 300 years, yeah. 1860, yeah, around 300 or more. No, around 300 years, yeah. So it says between 1650 and 1860, 10 to 15 million enslaved people were transported from Western Africa to the Americas. Most were shipped to the West Indies, Central America, and South America. See? That is where they were shipped. From Western Africa. Now what is this? This is a map of Africa. This is west. This is west. Alright. If I map in the middle light go be like way. Alright, the middle eye go be like, let me say, between Sudan, Central African Republic, right there, so. That go be like the middle eye, right? East go be the right, west go be the left, north, up, south, down. Western Africa is like Senegal, Guinea, Ivory Coast, Ghana, Nigeria, Cameroon, Gabon, all them places, right? Dakar, Banjul, Gambia, Bissau, Guinea-Bissau, and all of that. Burkina Faso, I call it as I going along. That is Western Africa. Now, Eastern Africa is Ethiopia. Now, we on the West Indies here. We on the West Indies here, and I say between 1650 and 1860, approximately 10 to 15 million enslaved people, which were Israelites, by the way, not fucking Africans, was Hebrew Israelite slaves, were transported from West Africa to the Americas. Most were shipped to the West Indies. Who dwelling over on the West Indies according to the 12 tribe chart? Benjamin. And Benjamin today believed that Haile Selassie is God, which is madness. Because if he come from Ethiopia, you not from Ethiopia according to this. According to history, your ancestors were taken from freaking Western Africa and brought over to the western side of the world, not east, not Eastern Africa. Not on this eastern side, Ethiopia on the east, Somalia on the east, Kenya on the east, and Uganda and these places on the east. The slaves were being transported from the west. You understand? That is where the slaves were being transported from. So this guy, Haile Selassie, this fucking devil here, he's definitely not no God. This guy, he ain't no God. He ain't no God. It's time to come out of that bullshit mentality that this heathen was all your God. He is not no God. He's a heathen. You understand? He's a damn heathen. And the only reason why he was on the western side of Africa is because when you have a shy in Matthew 20, matter of fact, let me get it there quick. Matthew 24 and 15. We God. We son are we God Yahweh Shai, his only begotten son, warned us and told us this. He said, whoso read, let him understand. He said, Matthew 24 and 15, he said, when ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place, whoso read it, let him understand, because not everybody did understand, and the abomination of desolation was what? The time of 70 AD. You understand? It says, then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. So this is Yahweh Shai. This is Yahweh Shai, the Son of God, who he ignorantly called Christ, giving the Israelites warning, hey, when you see that time reach, which would have be like 40 years after he rose and went back to his father, approximately 40 years. You understand? That I lost my train of thought. Approximately 40 years after he died and rose back and went to his father, that what he was talking about took place. And if you read from Babylon to Timbuktu, I believe about 1 million Jews fled into Western Africa. You understand? So when you read that and you see that is where they fled. That is where the slavery was taking place. And if that is the case, we could never be no blasted Ethiopian. And the people and them who understood this prophecy, what the Lord was saying, they took heed and they fled. This is why we ended up into the western coast of Africa. You understand? Because we already knew that land also. So we end up dwelling there for a longer period of what? Around 1500 years so. And then they shipped us over here on cargo slave ships and transatlantic slave trade, and now here we are today in the place where we shall be fed for 1,203 score days. You understand? But hey, we ain't no damn Ethiopian. That Selassie played out, and it's time to wake the hell up. Yahweh Yahushai coming back just now to destroy this place. And with that, I will say Barakatah Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai. Shalom to the elect. Double honor to the apostles, a great millstone, and peace to the elect again. Shalom.